Genesis 4:17. Vayida Cain et ishto, vatachar vateled et Chanoch, vayehi bonei ir, vayikra shem ha'ir, kashem bano Chanoch. The subject is Cain, and Cain knew his wife, and she conceived, and she bore Enoch. And he was building a city. And he called the name of the city according to the name of his son, Enoch. So then that helps us to understand that who was building the city, why it would be Cain. This verse contains a series of vav consecutive imperfect verbs, 5 actually, and 4 of them are transitive, and 1 is haya. And here we see vayeda, and he knew, vatara, and she conceived, vateled, and she gave birth, vayikra, and he called. And then here, vayehi. Now what this shows us is really there's this sort of a continuing action. The story moves forward. Each time there's a vav consecutive imperfect. But in the case of this one vayehi, this phrase is a little bit different. And this gives us a little bit of an aside or explanatory comment in the background to help us see what's going on in the story. So as the story continues, he called the name of the city according to the name of his son. What's in the background is we need to know that he was building a city. And we keep in mind that in Hebrew narrative, there'll be a number of things in the foreground and a number of things in the background. And that's what we see going on here. And the vav consecutive imperfects are in the foreground, and other things tend to be in the background to support the main storyline. And we'll notice here that there's a 3ms pronominal suffix put on his wife and, again, on his son. Now the difference being for his son, it just attaches rather normally, whereas in the case of for his wife, the hey disappears and the tav, which perhaps was there before, reappears in the case of the vowel. So we see a number of things when a word ends with a hey, a number of things happen when we attach something to it, whether it be a vowel or a consonant. In this case, there's just a little bit of irony in this verse, because how can Cain be building a city if he's driven away from all the population? Very opaque, the large number of stories that we don't have all the details to fill in here in the beginning of Genesis.